traits. Welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about the 3 different personalities that covert narcissists might adopt. When you understand a narcissist's worldview, you can predict their behavior with remarkable accuracy. To an extreme degree, narcissists may be predicted in terms of their behavior and reactions. The covert narcissist has only 3 options available to him or her. Because they are radicals, that's why. Neither of them has anything in common. It covers the full range of outcomes, from the desirable to the repulsive. There are 3 guises the narcissist might adopt: the heroic, the victim, or the evil. As we all know, only their closest friends and family members ever get to see their actual, terrible faces. But when they're in public, they choose one of 2 roles: hero or victim. In addition, some narcissists tend toward more extreme behavior than others. The other 2 masks are used to deceive others, while the third is their true wicked face. Narcissists often have a handy face of the victim they can use to make themselves feel better about their own behavior, so let's examine that first. Nonetheless, some narcissists may develop a more permanent version of this face. People who are narcissists, in this sense, are individuals who, no matter how poor their health or their situation, never stop trying to prove their worth to the world. Those who are physically or mentally unable to do so. These people spread the news far and wide in the hopes that people would feel sorry for them and offer assistance in exchange for anything of value. This may be a ruse to make them seem harmless. It's also possible that your unpleasantness and discontent stem from something else. When the person needs to justify their actions or refuses to help you, they may always point to their illness as an excuse. They enjoy the limelight that comes with playing the victim and have no plans to take accountability for their conduct. Narcissists enjoy a nice pity party because it allows them to receive the adoration and sympathy they crave. Beyond that, however, some narcissists are satisfied with playing the victim, especially when they are in the company of those who will take their side. Whether one acts unhappy, others will repeatedly ask if they are okay, and may go out of their way to try to make them feel better. They may pretend to be insecure or unhappy with their appearance, so they might receive more compliments. These narcissists are a never-ending burden on society because of how desperate they are for love and attention. Furthermore, narcissists favor the part of the victim over that of the villain. Whenever something negative occurs, they are quick to point fingers at someone else. In order to shield themselves from criticism, they would defame you. Narcissists, on the other hand, don't care so much about the method as much as a result. The face of the victim strategy succeeds because the target is portrayed as helpless rather than malicious. A narcissist's second mask of choice is that of a hero or a charming, helpful, and hilarious person. They are masters at making guests feel welcome and important. When approached for help or guidance, they are always willing to provide it. It's possible they'll seem genuinely interested in learning more, worried about the welfare of the group, and willing to pitch in wherever assistance is required. They do that to everyone else, really, but as covert narcissists, their closest friends and family members are the exceptions. Their closest friends and family members are being put in second place to random strangers. As I said, those close to the narcissist are exposed to the narcissist's real face. Now let's talk about this. At the conclusion of it all, it is the face of evil that emerges victorious. Behind the disguise is a manipulative liar. It's the one they try to hide because they're so ashamed of it. A person with the outward appearance of evil is one who takes joy in the pain of others and their own failure. The despicable character wants to conquer the world because they think they deserve all the credit for their accomplishments. The evil in the world is reflected in the face of evil's sinister grins and fleeting looks. Only the unlucky ones who come into contact with them ever see their true evil face. As you can see, the covert narcissist can take on many distinct personas, each one revealing a different facet of their personality. The first two characteristics are just a mask for their true, unpleasant, and spiteful personality. There is nothing genuine about a narcissist. This is a horrible fact, but it's also the main reason we need to keep our distance. Well, I think this is all the time I can devote to this today. I hope everyone found this to be informative. If yes, please click the like button to show that you appreciate my work. In the comment section down below, I'd like you to tell me what you're thinking. I hope you all have a fantastic week. Thanks. Exposing how the narcissist wants you to do the impossible for them. In today's video, let's get to the bottom of how and why narcissists would want you to do impossible things for them. No one can satisfy the narcissist, not even themselves. Narcissists often look and act like they're in charge and better than other people. However, it's not uncommon for narcissists to play the weak or victim card as long as it helps them get what they want. Some narcissists think that if they act like the victim, people will feel sorry for them and thus help them in getting what they want. To play the vulnerable card, narcissists like to act like they need to be saved. This could be from an abusive partner, a rough past, or they're in search of someone who loves them and doesn't abuse them. However, this will be a big mistake for anyone who falls for their tricks, because they will force us to take on a responsibility that is almost impossible for us to bear. If you can't do the impossible task, they will add your name to the list of people who have only disappointed them. Today, we're going to talk about how narcissists have unreasonable expectations of other people. Narcissists are driven by a need for approval from other people. This is because they're empty and dark on the inside. Who they really are or who they talk to doesn't matter to them. There is no joy, peace, or happiness in their hearts. Because a narcissist can never be happy on their own, they try to get happiness from the people and things around them. Because of this, narcissists try every way they can to get approval from other people. They put so much value on relationships, even if they are fake. It's clear that they should try to get as many people as possible. They should be cared for and loved. Because they need people who are willing to be abused, it's up to them to leave a lasting impression on their victims. What can they do if they don't have power over someone? Hopeless. Narcissists don't like to take responsibility for what they do or be held accountable for their mistakes. They're so ashamed to even admit the least bit of it. They'd rather put all the blame and shame on someone else and don't even feel bad about it. They'd say other people are to blame for all of their mistakes and failures. The story didn't end here. Narcissists would try to put the blame for their own safety on their partners, children, and friends. As long as you don't challenge or question them, everything is fine. So that they can be happy, they want you to give them everything they ask for and not put any restrictions on them. They want you to keep them happy by believing their lies and doing what they say, which you must always do. This means that if they're not happy with their lives, it's because you can't make them happy. It's all your fault. This is impossible to believe. But please, believe me, it's true. The narcissist wants you to take on not only their mistakes and problems, but also their happiness. In any relationship, like family, love, or work, a narcissist has a lot of unrealistic expectations of you. Narcissists are also quick to get angry because you're not doing things they expected you to do. All of this is because they're unhappy on the inside, so they have to seek happiness elsewhere to make up for their hollow feelings inside. So, they'd be confused when we reject them or say no to them, which is the opposite of what they want, or when we criticize them, point out their lies, or choose to set healthy boundaries. They'd be angry because we're daring enough to question their authority. They're angry because we aren't doing what they want us to do. As soon as we confront them, they'd think we don't care about them and are out to get them or betray them. We just don't want to be their slaves and put up with their abuse anymore. But it won't be easy to break free from that shackle. We would be happier if the narcissist just cared about us as people. Then they wouldn't attack us so quickly just because we asked them something. Then they'll also realize that it's not our job to make them feel better, and we're not responsible for their life. Some narcissists go so far as to show how weak they're by saying they need our love or support. They do this to keep us in place. They'd even intentionally hurt themselves to make it real. They only need us to stay with them, and they don't care if that means dragging us down. Isn't it sad? Let's stop having to do that, shall we? At the same time, I want to stress that our own hurts and lack of self-love might make us great candidates for a narcissist who would offer to be our savior and give us the love we've been missing our whole lives. The narcissist wants us to think that they're only here to make us happy, fill up our insecurities, or help us realize our dreams. Just remember that we can never start a healthy relationship if we think that someone will fix our past hurts and problems. A relationship is not meant for that. We should go into relationships loving and happy with who we are so we don't fall for a narcissist's love-bombing trick. To put it all together, we can all find happiness within ourselves, and narcissists don't provide us happiness. It's not fair for narcissists to depend on other people for their own happiness, but it's what they do. So, be careful not to let a narcissist make you feel like your happiness depends on theirs. I really hope that everyone learns something from this video. Please make use of the space below to tell us about your ideas and experiences if you have ever dealt with a narcissist before. For future videos, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and clicking the bell icon below the video. Thank you very much for your time and interest. Exposing the narcissist's greatest fear that they never want you to find out. In today's video, we're going to disclose one thing that the narcissist fears the most, and they'd do anything to prevent anyone from ever finding out. We all know that narcissists always try to put on a show that makes them look invincible, as if they can do and know anything. But despite how they look, they're afraid of a few things, especially one that makes their days feel stressful. People know that narcissists are vain and only care about themselves. They're the center of everything we do, or so they think, and it's because they can't think otherwise. Narcissists often try to show that they're smart and logical, but in reality, they're constantly at odds with themselves. They always have to decide between what's real and what's not. They hurt and take advantage of other people because they might be hurt or taken advantage of by others. Narcissists think that everyone they meet is out to get them, so they feel like they have to act first. They constantly think of the worst, but they always appear to be bright and charming, just to conceal their inner demons. But what makes them think this, though? I want to make this clear today. First, though, I'd like to say thank you for watching this video. It would be greatly appreciated if you could help this channel grow by sharing this video with any of your acquaintances, relatives, or loved ones. And if this is your first time here, we ask that you subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any of the upcoming updates in the future. I appreciate your support. Okay, I'd like to talk about how narcissists see you as a reflection of themselves. What makes them think this way? How does it affect the people around them? And how does it relate to the narcissist's need to be in charge? As a first step, narcissists often blame others for their own flaws, bad intentions, bad feelings, etc. In other words, they don't take responsibility for what they do and instead blame others. On the other hand, the narcissist believes that everyone around them is out to get them. When they hang out with other people, They come up with plans, cheat, and lie. Narcissists think that they must always be on guard against a threat that doesn't exist in reality, but is very real to them. And it's all because of the fear that is a part of who they are. They fear that other people don't like them or want to hurt or criticize them. Of course, this can happen to anyone, but for now, we'll just focus on narcissists because their fear is nothing like ours. It's enormous. When you get close enough to a narcissist, you can see how little they care about other people and how little faith they have in people. They might say something mean or snarky in public, making it seem like a joke, but what they're really trying to say is how they feel. Surprisingly, though, most people think they're indeed joking. Dark humor is one of their ways to be mean or put someone down. They treat everything like a game, and they think everyone else does too. They think that everyone else is just like them. Fake, cunning, always looking for ways to take advantage of other people, opportunistic, sneaky, and a liar, even if it's only in their heads. So, for a narcissist, everything comes down to always being the best. Win or lose, that's all that matters. They must always be ready for anything. The goal is to get everyone to trust them, even if they don't trust anyone else. The best player wins this game. Narcissists treat you like you're their enemy because they think everyone else is out to get them and is just like them. This is another reason why they see everyone as a competitor. Their fear makes them dislike and mistrust others, which makes the situation worse. They will hate and dislike you more and more as time goes on, especially if you can achieve what they can't. Because they're empty on the inside, they can't understand how anyone else could be truly happy and content. They can't live unless other people agree with them. They find it hard to accept that you're different from everyone else. They find it hard to believe you're better than them. So, one of the reasons they hurt you is because they want to show you at your worst. They would do anything to make you mad. They would blame you and point the finger at you to make you feel guilty and ashamed. Because they mess with your thoughts and feelings, you end up feeling confused and sad. In the end, all the narcissist wants to do is show that they are better than you and that you need to listen to them. Because of the abuse, many people who have been hurt by a narcissist have the same fear as the narcissist. They fear that they can't do things on their own. Narcissists are very good at making other people take on their bad traits and feelings, especially those who are close to them. A narcissist can make you feel like you're being sucked into their world, and you can't leave without becoming whatever the narcissist wants you to be. But actually, that's not our trait, so if we work hard and love ourselves, we can get through these problems just fine, because we're not what the narcissist thinks we are. The narcissist wants us to believe what he or she has made up about us. Paranoia and other negative feelings, on the other hand, are always a big part of the narcissist's personality and part of who they are. The narcissist is always on edge because of his or her fears. Narcissists don't want to be seen, so they're afraid of being judged or made to feel bad. It changes how they see the world and the people in it. They have fear in every part of their lives, which makes them vibrate at a low frequency. The narcissist is driven by a strong feeling of fear. But that fear goes away when they can control other people and their surroundings. It becomes ego. As long as a narcissist is in charge of your life, they're less likely to see you as a threat. In their minds, this game is all about being in charge and being the best. Because of their fear, they can't see the truth. It also makes them think that the enemy is on the outside when, in fact, the enemy is hiding inside them. So, remember that the narcissist's greatest fear is you. Take care of yourself and stay cautious around these people. I hope that this short explanation helps you. Please tell us what you think and what you've experienced in the comment section below. For future videos, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and clicking the bell icon below the video. Thank you very much for your time and interest. When a narcissist confronts you with all their might, these things will ultimately put them down. Narcissists do not apologize. They wait until you're over it. To say you're sorry for something you did is to say, "I'm sorry." But regret is a bad feeling that makes us think we did something wrong when something bad happened. Narcissists can't take responsibility or accept blame, even if it's their fault. Narcissists will say and do things that make you feel like you share their self-centered worldview. Because they feel inferior, they'll do all in their power to make you feel inferior. Typically, when people complain about others, they're projecting their own character defects onto those around them. Everything a narcissist acts, says, or thinks reflects their current state of mind. And the only way they can feel better is if their companions are at least as miserable as they are. They intend to make you feel inferior to them so they can feel superior. Remember, misery loves company. Nonetheless, misery desires to feel victorious. When someone lacks empathy, it's easy for them to point the finger at others and let them deal with their own bad feelings, since they can't feel what other people feel. Because narcissists don't care about other people and try to avoid feeling guilty, they will never apologize to you in a way that shows they take responsibility for what they did. Don't try to beat a narcissist at their own game, because there's no way we can win. So, today I'm going to show you how to get rid of narcissists for good without hurting yourself. But first, I want to thank you for watching this video. If you could share this video with any of your friends, family members, or loved ones, it would really help this channel grow. And if this is your first time here, we ask that you subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any future updates. I appreciate your support. Let's begin. The first thing to do, it won't work to force, try, or encourage the narcissist to change. Instead, work on getting better, and making more friends. If we haven't gotten help for our codependency, or are just starting to get better, we might become too dependent on others, which is very bad for us. It makes us sick to run around and try to control things we have no right to control, like how other people see us, what happens, and how things turn out. If that was their goal, the narcissist would have tried hard to change their behavior by now. Get back in charge of your life by deciding to do whatever you need to do to be the best version of yourself. It does not matter about the narcissist. You are the only one who can change your life, so get to work. The better your life will be, the sooner you stop focusing on the narcissist and start working on yourself. The best way to get rid of a narcissist is to be your best self and live your best life. 2. Taking a break from the fight. The only way to beat a narcissist is to stay away from them. Aside from that, it is a waste of time. Why? Because when you deal with these people, you can never win. So do yourself a favor and leave the fights, arguments, and battles of wills that never end. Give them the last word. This will make them feel like they won. If you walk away, you save your vital life force energy and the rest of your health. You win in both the short term and the long term. Ignore what toxic people like the narcissist and their toxic friends have to say. 3. If you try to tell a narcissist what you need, you'll only make things worse. Get ready, because I'm about to tell you the hard truth. The narcissist doesn't care about you, so you should leave. Because they only care about themselves. They don't care what you think, feel, or need, even if it's healthy and reasonable. Even though it's hard to believe, that is the truth. Do what you think is best to take care of yourself. A narcissist can't give you what you want. So, stop counting on other people to meet your needs and start taking care of yourself. You'll no longer need the narcissist and will be able to be yourself again, without the narcissist controlling you. If you want to meet people who are healthy, caring, and healthy for both of you, you need to do this right. The first step to healing from a codependent relationship is to realize that you are no longer tied to it and are free to make healthy adult relationships. You've earned it, so you can keep it. 4. Learn how to protect yourself emotionally and physically. To avoid narcissist projections, you need to learn how to keep your emotions in check and be spiritually disciplined. You can stop them from doing that if they want to come over and press a button for fun. If you want to be the narcissist with confidence and style, you should take very good care of yourself. To get the most out of them, you need to use them every day and get into good habits and routines. If we're not used to taking care of ourselves, it's hard to beat a narcissist's confidence and sense of style. Given how long we've been singled out for blame, it makes sense that we're having trouble in this area. The next morning, when you wake up, you have full control over your life. You should first take care of yourself. The only person who has to do it is you. Leave a comment below to let me know if you plan to make any of these changes in the future. 5. You shouldn't feel bad for the narcissist. People who like narcissists are more likely to believe their lies and nonsense, even if it's not theirs. Worst of all, they won't understand how you feel, making you feel betrayed, powerless, and defeated. Empaths may pick up on other people's bad feelings and low vibrational frequencies, even if they don't have them themselves. For people who care a lot, the trouble of a hangover is not worth the risk. Instead, be kind to the narcissist from a distance and save your empathy for yourself and other kind and loving people. 6. Talk to people you know you can trust. To get over a narcissist with confidence and grace, you need a strong support system. This is because you must first heal from the abuse. If you don't already have it, it's up to you to get it. It's important to find people you can trust and talk to about your worries. This person could be an expert in the field, or a trusted friend, family member, or relative. It doesn't mean, though, that we should treat these people like garbage cans and dump our bad feelings and problems on them over and over again. On the contrary, it means that you'll have a place to go when you want to be heard and accepted. I can say that you can't heal from narcissistic abuse on your own. You need a strong support system. We'd all be better off if we had someone we could talk to about our worries. This is why you need to find a group of people who can help you meet your emotional needs. This will make you less likely to try to meet these needs from people who aren't trustworthy or who could hurt you if they knew about them. Remember that you are in charge of your health and well-being, so find ways to meet your needs that are good for you. To do this, we depend heavily on building and keeping a strong network of support over time. All I have to say for today is that. Thank you for coming today, and I hope you learned something from this video. If you've ever been in a relationship with a narcissist, please tell us about it in the comment section below. Consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell icon below the video if you want to see more videos from us.